Highsighters, thank you for tuning in to In Depth with Miss T on Hindsight Media Radio, 103.5 FM, where there's always something good to talk about. Salon sass and sacred stories. Welcome to the place where the edges are laid, the secrets are sprayed, and the stories are slayed. Today, we're broadcasting straight from the soul of Mama B's Press and Curl, where every comb and out comes with a confession, and every roller set rolls deep. This isn't just a stage play, it's a full on salon revival. The kind of place where you walk in for a touch up and leave with a revelation. So grab your bonnet, your best gossip, and your grandma's favorite shade of lipstick because we're about to press into the cast behind the curl and hear what really goes down behind the salon chair. Let's welcome the second set of crew members that's bringing the heat, the heart, and the hilarity of Mama B's Press and Curl. So, before we dive in, welcome everyone.
Welcome. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
Greetings. Thank you.
Absolutely. So,
Greetings. Greetings.
absolutely greetings. So, before we dive in, Sandy, I want to ask you, and Stephanie, feel free to jump in and share as well. Tell us about the heart and humor of Mama B's Press and Curl. Kind of share with our listeners the origin of the story, like what inspired this production, and how did it come to life?
Well, I have to actually just give all the credit to Yahweh. I've been writing ever since I've been in elementary school, and I've done a lot of plays in church, but this is my very first official theatrical musical comedy stage play. And it was an idea that was dropped in my spirit from the Lord. And I sat down and I just say he dictates to me and I just type up what he writes, what he tells me. And my son, King True, he believes in it. And he got Stephanie and she read the script. She liked it. She brought in Keisha. Keisha liked it. And we decided to go ahead and put the production together. But it's about a woman who owns her own beauty salon named Mama B. She's a kind-hearted, no-nonsense type of person. And it has her shop ladies who are off the chain. And it has her mother, who's a Big Mama Juju. And she has a 16-year-old daughter who's caught the eye of an older man, Foster Bentley. And that's where all the trouble comes in when Foster makes a move on the daughter and then the grandmother finds out and then all chaos breaks loose.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
mm. That's good stuff. So, everyone, you heard Miss Sandy mention King True. King True is just spectating tonight because he was on the first call, so he's just here listening in to us. But King True is the amazing music director of this amazing stage play, so and musical that you will hear from him soon. All right. Now, let's just dive into. I want to ask everybody on the panel, in reading the script, what drew you to this production? And how has it stretched you as a performer? But before you answer that, I want you to give us a little snippet without giving away everything, a little bit about your character. Let's start with Miss Perry.
Hi, everybody. Um, okay, so what drew me to it at first was just the short snippet that I got when I did the audition. I was like, oh, this is gonna be something. Like it reminded me so much of just like things that I've seen growing up. And so it just was something that I was like, oh, I can kill this. So that's what kind of drew it to me. Right now, with my character, I think it's really teaching me just how to fully develop a character.
Hmm.
Because I can go in thinking that Pat is my character. I can go in thinking she's one way, and then it'll just like reveal to me over time who she really is and like deeper layers of her. So that has been a challenge, but so fun to kind of play around with. And Pat, she is something else. She is feisty and she's very opinionated and she's everything that I feel like I'm not. So I really just get to have fun with her character and just like go all out.
I love that. Awesome share. Watisa, tell us about your character briefly, and then in reading the script, what drew you to this production and how it has stretched you as a performer.
Well, I am Nurse Jones, and I have a very small part. I didn't audition for that part, but I was offered that part. I didn't get the part that I auditioned for, but I was offered that part, and I was grateful for it because I'm brand new to the acting world, very new. So, I guess it fit me. I'm Nurse Jones, last name Jones, that I was able to fit right in, not too many lines. Um, the storyline drew me because it kind of tapped into some trauma that I had as a child that I've gotten over. And it stuck with me because I have overcome that trauma. And I don't know, it's kind of comforting to be amongst the learning or the experience of being a part of the show. It's kind of comforting.
I love that. That's an amazing share. And thank you for your transparency on that. You had trauma in your youth, but you have had the opportunity and the work, you've done the work to overcome that. So thank you for your transparency. The
You're
amazing
welcome.
Todd, tell us about your character and in the script, what drew you to the production and how it stretched you as a performer.
So I'm playing Jerome. He's one of the best friends of Foster. And when I first read the play, I didn't understand it. And I had to reread it again, and I said, "Oh, okay." And like I said in the first interview, I could relate to Jerome a lot because we actually had a lot in common when I was in my mid 20s, maybe 28 at the most. And that was just kind of, being cool and right from wrong, what's good, what's bad for you, but enough to help somebody else along the way, and he's definitely a family man. He loves people. I think he means well. He's definitely been, like I said in the first interview, he's definitely been in the backseat of a few police cars. Has he gone to jail? I don't know, but has he gone to jail? I'm not quite sure. But he's also that friend I think that every household has, that he can just walk into your house, head straight for the refrigerator, and come back and say hello to everybody. And he doesn't need permission to, do stuff like that.
Love that. Love that. Mr.
Yeah.
Mark, share a little bit about
Yes.
your character.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. Greetings to you.
Greetings.
It's an honor to be here. Well, my character is Pappy Ned, and Pappy Ned is an elder of the family, the grandfather of the family. He's the beloved husband of Mama Juju. And the backstory of my character, from what I get from reading the script and having an honor and chance to play an elder, 10 years my senior, he has that suave, but he's been also worn torn with life from his what they would call karma from what he done, messing over this, I guess, beautiful wife of his. So there's
Mhm.
a retribution that has come with that, because he's just so used to being, sort of like a chauvinistic, but he has to deal with the karma of everything that he's done, and then he's sort of like um stuck in between two realms, because of what he has done in his past, and which is catching up to him. He's sort of like the OG of the main character, and I'm playing off of that as far as, and I'm still developing the character, but I'm having fun at the same time of Papa Dead.
I love that. Now, what drew you to the script
Well,
and how
first I
has it
like
stretched you?
Okay, first I'd like to give a shout out to the director, Stephanie. I worked with her on another production, and she liked my work on this production. So I came in as a replacement, and she admired my work, and I'm glad she took a chance me on my work. And we had a table reading, and the writer, producer liked my work, and I'm just honored to be here and still, learning. Anytime I take on a role, I'm a veteran actor. Anytime I take on a role, I'm like a student. It's like me starting a course all over again, as far as acting.
Love that. Love that. Okay. All right, Miss Lashika, will you please share a little bit about your character and then tell us what drew you to the script of this production and how it has stretched you as a performer?
So my character, I play Auntie Eva. And what drew me to the play was that at that time it would have been my first actual play that I auditioned for. Now, not thinking, and I was telling Miss Sandra this when I got the call back that I'm accepted as a role as Auntie Eva. I didn't think I was gonna get it, right, because there were singing required, right? So, not saying I cannot sing, I have a voice, but what happened was when I submitted my audition, you know how you do so many takes with auditioning? I actually sent her in the wrong audition tape with my voice on it. And at the end of the song that I needed to sing, I was like, that's the best that's the best you're gonna get right there. It was like, and I said it on the audition. I'm like, but I didn't know I submitted the wrong taping until afterwards. Because I told my daughter, I was like, I know I didn't get that role. I know I didn't. And then when we went back to play it back, I'm like, oh my gosh. I sent in the wrong taping. I'm like, okay, I know I didn't get it. But they called me back. They was like, I want you to play Auntie Eva. I was shocked. I'm like, you guys must didn't hear the ending of that recording. But, I let it be what it was. So with Auntie Eva is the aunt of the family. Everyone has that auntie that is not going to hold anything back. She's the auntie that's going to be truthful, going to speak her mind, and just going to be that auntie where she loves everyone, right? I am Big Mama Juju is my mom. Mama B is my sister. I don't know who my daddy is, Pappy did, but anyway, Auntie Eva, she's just the she's one of the role players of the play, which I extremely love because again, when playing Auntie Eva, I kind of put myself in um that role of my aunties. I have that one auntie that just don't care what she says, she gonna say it, and whatever she think is gonna come out regardless, right? So I truly am thankful for getting the role, for being part of this project. I have, it's been so fun meeting the wonderful, amazing cast and just having fun with it. So,
Love that. So, well, you did say you're the aunt and you're basically no buffoonery, no hold bars. That explains
nope.
why you sent in the wrong tape.
Yeah.
That's the auntie for
Yes,
you. Technically challenged and just whatever. Just gonna go with the flow, right?
that's it.
That's the way to embrace that. And then you don't know who your pappy is. We don't know if it's gonna be pappy over here. You got to find out. Everybody come see the play. All right,
That's what
Miss
I'm
Johnson,
saying.
let's roll with it, Miss Johnson. Tell us a little bit about your character and what about the script drew you to the production and how has it stretched you as a performer?
Ah, mm, well, I play Sweetie. Has it stretched to me, the performance? It hasn't. What drew me once I read the script, I cried because I'm pretty much Sweetie. The things that Sweetie is experiencing in this play, I went through in my marriage. At the time that I got the script, I'm gonna be transparent. I was actually in the process of moving, but going through things in my marriage. So it's like, oh my God, this is like me, with the exception of the end of the play and how it ends, but just knowing that. I'm not the only one that experienced certain things or experienced hurt by someone that you love so dearly, but at the same time, someone that you love so dearly, but don't want to let go.
Hmm.
Sweetie is definitely me because, what was me and a part of me that I had to heal from and get over, which sometimes today cause triggers. Now I have to learn. I get so much into character sometimes, and I'll just throw this little nugget out there. Foster Bentley is actually my real husband, Javon Johnson. So when we do this play, even in rehearsal, we have to like decompress because we actually become that character and it bring back certain memories. So if we were planning on doing anything after a rehearsal, it's canceled because I'm Sweetie after rehearsal and I have to decompress and come back into reality of what is now. So yeah, I just had to be a little transparent and just say Sweetie was who I was and still trying to get healed from because of my past trauma of dealing with infidelity and someone you love just nipping and dealing with a little someone younger than you or whatever the case may be in my age. I look young, but I'm up in my age. So it kind of, you know, it's like it just it's me. I'm Sweetie.
I love
And
that.
with the singing, the song, I sing. I write music and I sing anyway. So it's a no-brainer for me when it came to doing that role, singing it. When I met the writer, um, and I talked with her, and it was just amazing just how spiritually we connected, and she can feel that what I went through, she knew before I even, open my mouth to say, wow, I can relate to this. So I thank God, that I got the opportunity to actually act out a role that I actually experienced, which let me know sometimes you think you're over and healed from certain things until something triggers you and you have to face that thing. So now I know that some things that I have to really be delivered and healed from, that was my past. And I'm learning that even more with doing this play.
I love that. And so thank you for your transparency. And that's what it's about, having a platform and a conversation and for you to be transparent in that. And so I want to give you your flowers and kudos to you and say, you got this. And thank you for such an amazing share because you didn't have to share
Thank
that and
you.
be so vulnerable, but you're going to be great in all things that you do. And you sound so sweet and you definitely look young. So, sweetie, you got this, girl.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Showtime, Mr. Foster.
Uh-oh.
Tell us a little bit about your character because I told you before we started this recording that you were talked about on part one. They had some things to say
Hectic.
about you, right? So
Uh-huh.
tell us a little bit about your character. And when you got the script in your hand, how did it draw you to your character and what was it about it? And has it stretched you as a performer?
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. They come from this way. Okay. Thank you. All right. So my character, Foster Bentley. Foster Bentley is a, how can I say, mischievous type of fella. If you hear the stories from everybody else, they may say that he's this big type of player, or a type of dog, or even the hoochie coochie man.
Oh,
But however, I like to think of him as a misunderstood fella that just had a rough upbringing. And so that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. His father wasn't around, so you know he dibbed and dabbed in the streets, and that's where he got a lot of his misbehaving from. And it just grew and grew and grew with inside of him to the point where it was uncontrollable at some point. But however, maybe if he had a little love and a little care, real love and a real care, then maybe he probably wouldn't have ended up the way he ended up. And so, far as when I got the script, first of all, shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie actually casted me for this role because I didn't know anything about it at first. And when I read it, when I read the whole script, naturally I was like,
I'm not doing this, you know, because like my wife said, her and I was going through at the time when I first received the script, and it did take a lot of us to decompress after rehearsals, and sometimes we will forget that we was just playing characters and get the arguing for real after the lights and cameras and action went off, because we still be in that mindset, and things from the play probably sparked up sparked up some old flames, that wasn't always good flames. So naturally, I was like, I'm not doing this. But then I said to myself, I said, you know what? If I ever was challenged, by me being 20 years into acting, I said, if I was ever challenged with an opportunity to portray something, this is the challenge right here. First of all, the first challenge is within the play, Foster, after he like Sandra said, after he gets into a little trouble with Big Mama, he faces some challenges. Those challenges that he faced caused me to have to think and feel like a woman. So
Mm,
I had to really tap into a woman's emotions and the
yeah.
things that they may go through, and that for me was probably somewhat of a challenge as well. The other challenge is that I'm facing here that I love the most is the fact that everybody in the play wants to hate Foster. It's my job to make everybody feel bad about Foster and
Mine
love
is
him.
your best
Hate
friend,
you?
Todd. Mine is your best friend up there. He doesn't hate you. He loves you.
Okay,
That's
all
because I'm
right,
your
all
He
right.
had
daddy.
your back. He's had your back.
No, 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 no.
See? Yeah, but like I said, the majority of everybody in the script wants to hate Foster. So for me, it's my job to convince the audience that he was a misled child growing up, and you should care for him. You should love him. You should love on him because this could be your son. This could be your nephew. This could be your friend that may have grew up this way, and then all of a sudden he had some misbehaviors, and all it needed was a little love and a little praying for, instead of everybody trying to tear him down. So that's my job to convey that over to the audience, and hopefully it comes across right.
I love that. So before we move on, I can't let you get off the hook that quick because you made a statement in there. You said something about a hoochie coochie man. What is a hoochie coochie man? Help us that. I'm a little ignorant to that term. What is a hoochie coochie man?
Well, a hoochie coochie man is a man that love a little hoochie coochie. Uh, no, a hoochie coochie man that's portrayed in the play. That's actually one of the scenes in the play, and so basically, it's a man that pretty much jumps from bed to bed with different girls and
Mm,
that nature. So it's so in other words, a gigolo type of character.
okay.
How you doing?
The
A gigolo
hoochie coochie man.
type of character. A
Coochie,
player.
coochie.
Yeah, a guy that just jumps from bed to bed with different women. So
Okay. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate
no
it.
problem.
All right. Hoochie coochie man. All right then, Foster. Now, I'm going to go and you guys can come off mute. Tell me, give me one, just one word that would describe your character's energy. Let's start with Mark.
One word that would describe my character's energy.
Uh-huh.
Uh, what is one word that was
You can use more than one if need be.
okay. Uh, conscious and unconscious at the same time with some humor.
All right. Foster, we'll come back to Foster. He's a little occupied at Hoochie Coochie Man. All right.
I'm
Lashika.
sorry. Did she say something to Foster?
Yes, yes, yes. Foster, give us one word, or if you have a few words, that's okay. Please tell us one or more words to describe your character's energy.
My character energy is flamboyant, um, spontaneous, charismatic, charming.
One word.
Well, she said or many, so I took the many.
All right. Well, thank you. All right, Lashika, Auntie,
I
give us
say
one or more words.
Auntie Eva, I give you two. Auntie Eva is funny and she's honest.
Love that. Sweetie.
Forecast.
Whoa. Now you're gonna have to elaborate.
I will. Sweetie is all over the place. She's a whirlwind. She's hurt. Her friends try to
Mm.
get her to be sun. So in Georgia, there's a saying, you never know what the weather would be. It's in 1 month you can get all seasons. So in one scene with Sweetie, you can get she's happy, she's sad, she's hurt, she's crying, she loves, she's caring, and at the same time, she's bitter and angry.
I love that. And I love the fact that you used the word forecast versus unbalanced. Love the way you put a positive spin on that. Way to go. Mr.
Thank you.
Todd,
I would say Jerome is, I would say hood, not ghetto, but hood, but maturing in his hoodness. That's what I
love
would
that.
say.
And he doesn't know if he's been to jail or not. Okay, everybody, remember that.
Well, who knows?
All right, Watitsa.
I'd say Nurse Jones is empathetic.
Love that. Miss Perry.
I would say Pat is sedity, and she has very high standards. I'll go with that.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, before we move forward, Miss Sandy, now you said that there was something special. You wanted the men all on the call. Now, was there a reason why you wanted them all on the call? And should we pivot to that? You want to take the lead in that?
Well, when they get together, they're just hilarious, and I just wanted that to show a little bit. But we've got two of the buddies here, and the other two weren't able to make it, so that's
See,
pretty
I'm
much
his
what I
true
wanted to do.
buddy.
See,
Yeah,
And
that's a true
and
buddy.
can I say one more thing
sure.
about my character? Shout out to speaking of Hoochie Coochie Man. Shout out to one of our greats from Mississippi, Muddy Waters. He made a song called Hoochie Coochie Man. So
Love
shout
that.
out to him.
Absolutely. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff. I may have to play that after you guys'
Oh yeah.
interview.
Oh, and Miss Ty,
Yes, ma'am.
I believe Big Mama Juju has joined us.
All right. Welcome, welcome back, Mama. I don't see her on here yet, but when she pops in, we'll definitely have to say hello to her and thank her for joining us again for part two. So let me ask, well, I know some of you have basically stated this, and everybody doesn't have to come off to share this, so I won't call your name. I'll just let you come on mute. I know that Sweetie definitely has shared some amazing background from her life, and also Watisa kind of shared as well. So this asks you can determine if you want to go in more depth, if anything, if we want to answer this question. But anybody can come off mute. So how has playing this role changed how you see yourself, or has it at all? And anybody can come off.
I'll answer.
Um,
So normally when I do work, I'm normally the police officer, the detective, the judge, some kind of person of authority. And I'm not going to say I've been kind of typecast for that, but I have, and it's okay. But, kind of playing this role, this is a little bit of a stretch for me because I've always wanted to play like the little hoodlum, but I never get those roles.
Mhm.
But I would say that right there for me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else want to come up and share?
I
Um,
guess this
Yeah.
is Foster. I could
Okay.
say for me, that that character, I was Foster back maybe in my early 20s, mid 30s. Like I was like Foster times 15, you know what I'm saying? Like really bad. Only thing I didn't do was do underage underage thing. I didn't do that. But however, what I've learned, I already knew at this age of 45 that living that type of lifestyle is not good at all. But however, what I kind of didn't really foresee prior to doing this production is the fact that a lot of times when you hurt someone, it just doesn't affect that person. It affects the whole family. And that's what you see in this production here, how me hurting one person and it affected her mother, then it affects the grandmother and trickles on down. We have to be mindful of that. Your actions just don't affect you or the person that you're committing the act to. Sometimes it can ripple and affect the whole family.
Well, thank goodness for growth. We're happy to see that you're a changed man. Miss Johnson, go ahead, because I know you were trying to speak.
Yes, I was gonna say for me, now at the time I was doing before I started doing this play, I was on this journey of self-evaluation. But this play helped me dig a little bit deeper when it came to certain things um that I really needed to see. One thing that it has helped me realize that when storms actually come or things that come that you're not used to in a relationship, you don't have to react in a way or respond in a way that it could affect the person that did it to you or the person or people around you. Once you know about it, get over it, do something positive about it, but don't do anything negative about it. Meaning, a lot of times we stay in trials because how we handle those trials or how we respond and react. So, Sweetie definitely showed me how, it's hard. You love someone, but you don't have to become somebody that you're not and hurt others just because you're hurting. Just move on.
Love that. Jamira, do you want to share? Were you going to say?
Yes. So I just, it's so crazy because the role that I got is actually my aunt's name, Pat. And it was so crazy. I just think that God does everything for a reason. So my aunt passed away a while ago. She was murdered. And so when I got the role, it was like she kind of swooped in so I think I was meant to be in this play. So I just wanted to share that was like insane to me.
And condolences to you on the passing of
Thank
your
you.
auntie. Yes, yes. All right. Well, Tisa, did you want to come up and say anything?
Um, just that I do have a small part, but sitting back listening to the roles, it kind of justifies my actions as being an overprotective mother, even though all of my children are adults. Um, the same things that were going on back then in secret still go on now. We just have to be a little bit more protective, watchful, um, and put into action because the same things are still going on.
I love that. Thank you for that share. And everybody that's listening, when you see this, when you go on YouTube and see this, because when it's on the station, you won't be able to see, you'll be able to hear. But on YouTube, when you see Waltisa baby, she said she has grown DNAs. Listen, she looks amazing. Okay? She looks amazing. So she looks just for herself. Don't look like she has
That's
grown
my
DNAs.
bestie. That's Sweetie's bestie. She
Love
be
that.
ready to tear down about Sweetie. Of course, she's beautiful.
Love that. All right. Lashika, I see you're unmuted. Did you want to share?
Well, not really, other than with Auntie Eva. Like I said, everyone has that aunt that don't care what she says. And I think with my character, it reminds me of my aunties. Of course, I'm an aunt as well, but in other films and projects that I do, I'm normally maybe the wife or the girlfriend, etc. You know, this is my first time ever playing Aunt Eva, so it's kind of role where now when my family sees or when my aunt sees this, they could, think, I wonder is that heifer trying to, say this is me or she sounds just like me. Because again, Aunt Eva is that auntie that doesn't hold back anything and will tell the truth. No matter, how bad it may hurt your feelings, what needs to be said will be said. So
Love that. So, Mark, answer this for me. What character most likely will stir the pot and act innocent all at the same time?
My grandson. I would say my grandson, Junior.
Okay. He was on part one with us. All right. Let's see here. Let's ask Jamira. You tell us. Who do you think is most likely to stir the pot and act all innocent?
Mm. Oh, um, Annie Mae. Did I say her name right? Enemy.
enemy,
Sorry.
enemy, yes.
Enemy. Enemy. She don't be know. She act like she don't know what she what mess she creating, but we all know she's very messy.
Yes, and she can keep a secret.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
When
would
she ain't under
agree.
pressure.
All when she's not under pressure.
Yes, I think I will agree too. Enemy is the one that will act innocent but stir up the mess.
Oh,
Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. So, Waltisa, can you tell us what has been the funniest moment during rehearsal for you?
But most of my rehearsals have been online. I've been in person once, maybe twice. And that's because I'm almost 6 hours away. And then I had some issues going on with my car. But I guess the funniest would be listening or watching Foster Bentley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's him crying about the consequences he has to suffer
I don't want no baby.
over the crap that he has done. The character deserves it.
Okay. And I know you've said a few times, Waltisa, that you have a small part, but just know that in the smallness can be very mighty. So, thank you for lending your time and efforts. Okay.
Absolutely.
Even in the
I'm
small
loving it.
side. All right, Foster, you got to come back with that. Waltisa said it's you. Again, you're being mentioned. What do you have to say about that?
She said it was me being the what? The messiest?
The funniest moment during rehearsal. She thinks that you're the funniest person during rehearsal. And you can say messy too. You've already talked about yourself. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think she lying. I'm pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do have some funny moments. A lot of times I may come off strip and ad lib and say something that may catch everybody off guard. So, they just got to be ready. So
Yeah, it was funny in the sense that you have to cry about what you're going through, but you want to justify what you're going through.
you say what?
It's funny in the sense that you have to cry about what you're going through, but you try to justify what in your crying about what you're going through.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to understand that it's some trauma that's going on inside of me, and when you realize it's a big saying out here that hurt people, and I've hurted some people, but the reason why is because I'm hurt.
Okay. All right. So Lashika, who is a cast member most likely to break character on stage?
Um, hmm. I would probably say Mama B.
Okay. What do you think about that, Mark?
Mama B. No, I worked with Mama B before. No, no chance.
So who?
We're talking about this play though.
Oh, nah. I don't think so. I
But
don't
who do
think
you
so.
think? Who do you think would break character in Mama B's?
Oh, who? Oh, what person? Oh, a character would break character in Mama B's
Yeah.
play. I'm Poppy Nat. I'm in and out. But who would
Lashika,
break
that
character?
might be your daddy. That is your
uh, I wasn't there. No, let me stop. What character would likely break character? I gotta. I don't have an answer right now, to be
right.
honest.
Jerome, who do you think?
You know what? It's hard to say because everyone is doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I will say the messiest person is Aunt Eva because
Oh,
she reminds me of Bonita Betrayal on In Living Color.
Miss
I
Jenkins
ain't the
on,
one
but
to talk.
yeah.
She ain't the one to talk, but all in it. I'm saying
Extravagant.
Lashika, Auntie Eva.
Juro.
Aunt Eva. That
Hmm.
sound about right, Aunt Eva. Yeah, you described your character.
Agree.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Samara, she
Yeah,
agrees too. So
that's a good
Agree.
assessment. Yeah,
I like
Aunt
Yeah.
that.
Eva.
Well, you
Hold
got
I
that
what he
on,
under
let me
just
get
said.
control.
my line in.
Go ahead, Stephanie. Go ahead, Stephanie. That's what she say.
Well, in
Listen,
my
That's our
opinion,
Eva.
in
Hold
my
in.
opinion, this is Foster, and in my opinion, I think the messiest person is Chris. That by far, even though he's not here,
Oh, I
Chris is
forgot
the
about
messiest
him.
person.
Yeah.
Juju is just a boy
Chris
and
plays my
Juju is
little
this
brother.
girl.
Chris, anime.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. My grandson be doing some janky stuff too.
Oh wow. So listen, audience, you guys hear that, right? You guys just gonna have to come out because they're giving some juicy tips here. You guys to come out and see this play. I tell you, it's gonna be great on September 21st, right? So,
That's
Jamira,
right.
what is your pre-show ritual or superstition to get yourself prepared for your character?
Oh my gosh. This is my first play, so I honestly don't even think I have one. But I would probably just say pray. I gotta pray. I gotta pray it out, make sure me and the Lord are connected before I hit the stage.
Love that. Miss Johnson, sweetie.
As for me, I've learned to be before the show become that character because I have a saying when I do act, if my family could see me, I didn't do a job. They should see someone, the character that
Mhm.
I'm trying to portray. So I've done several plays. I actually have another show coming up where I have to act a total different way, uppity. So if I don't become that character before the show because I'm doing other things, then I'm not prepared. Then you're just gonna get Rosalind, and that's not me doing my job. So
Love that.
before I get on stage, I like to tease when I even when I come into the show or rehearsals. I'm Sweetie. I'm never Rosalind. I like to be addressed that way. I'll throw shots like Peeps. I mess with Jerome and Peeps sometimes, and I'm not gonna tell why, but it just certain things. I'm just into character. Way before it's time for me to even get on set.
Love that. All right, Mark. What about you? What is your priest or ritual, or do you have any superstitions? Because you said that you're a veteran in this game, right? So, how do you
Yes.
prepare yourself for your characters, and specifically for Mama?
Bit- Well, I've been listening to some music, certain music that presents the theme of the play. Certain music, like the Hoochie Coochie Man, certain things, music that I would think that Pappy Ned would listen to because they're, not to give away, but Pappy Ned like music. So certain music that I think Pappy Ned would like, I would listen to to get me in that mode, to get me in that mood. Since I'm sort of like dealing with, a worn, torn spirit. So I've been listening to certain music, and Pappy Ned has to sing.
Oh,
I haven't I haven't sung in a musical, haven't done a musical in a while, so this is new to me. So that has been helping me out, music and certain voice exercises I've been doing. So this has been a challenge, but I'm willing to take on the challenge as a veteran.
love that. Thank you. So, Lashika, because you've done other works, how do you decompress after a performance?
How do I decompress? um, I would say I would probably get to myself and listen to music um, to kind of clear my mind, get into that relaxation mode again, and just thank God that I made it through.
Love that. Now, Foster, what's one thing you've learned from another cast member in Mama Bees?
You said what's one thing I've learned from another cast member in Mama Bees?
Yes.
One thing that I've learned from cast members in Mama Bees. Um, uh, I'm not too sure about that question. What I've
Okay.
learned. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I've learned. But
Now, if
I'm not sure.
anybody,
I'm not sure if I learned. I'm okay. I'm just very transparent. I'm not sure if I learned anything from anybody in the cast at
okay.
all. Honestly.
Now, anybody, so have any of you, especially those who may be new to the world of theater, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys learned anything or picked up anything? Even if you're a veteran, you can always learn something from someone, even if it means the writer, the director in such a different play. Has anyone learned anything specifically from Mama B's Press Chrome? Nope, you still learning? We'll say that the
Um,
play.
I
What?
well, being I learned that just watching the character of Foster Bentley and knowing that I've come out of that realm, I've been learning different aspects and certain things that I can embrace and certain things I don't like. I've been kind of putting that in my backstory of Pappy Ned. That's what I've learned. and still
Okay.
learning.
Love that. So, Watisa, tell us, what does Mama B's press and curl mean to you personally?
Um, I I can't say that I can say what it means to me personally, but a lot of aspects of the story, the storyline, the setting, it can kind of set home with me. Like I said, I've dealt with a lifetime of trauma, and being that my mother, my mother was a beautician. She had an entire beauty salon at our house. Um, that hit home for me, and then the line of where Foster Bentley, what he did to the was doing to the little girl, that hit home. Um, I can't say that it really has a meaning to me, but it has hit home. And it makes me think about a lot of things. It makes me put things into perspective. And as far as people, um, I'm still learning to trust people. And being a part of the cast is no different than being a part of the world. You just got to learn to trust people and love who loves you.
I love that. Love that. Jero, what about you? What does Mama B's press and curl mean to you personally?
Mama B's press and curl means people can relate to what's going on in this hair salon because I think there's a Mama B's press and curl in every city where
Hmm.
you can go, you can get the latest tea, the latest gossip, who's doing what with who, and you can get your hair done all at the same time. Um, yeah, that's it. I will say that right there.
I love that. Miss
This
I
is
think
Johnson?
there's a Mama B's everywhere.
Okay. Miss
this
Johnson?
false this is Foster, and
Oh, go ahead, Foster.
I want to answer that question. If something hit me, what I've learned is I've learned how from this place how to have a little bit more patience, and try to have thick skin and not take things personal or what people may say about you. Because I do tap into this character for real, for real. It has been sometimes where I've actually cried for real during rehearsals, um, and I be really feeling like those shots that be coming at me, they be really meaning it for real for some reason. So yeah, so I have to have patience with that.
Okay. Anybody else want to answer that question? What does it mean to you personally? Miss Johnson, did you want to say something?
Um, he stepped in and said similar to what I was going to say as far as having patience with others, and even with my husband, um, because it's hard to decompress sometimes and wind down because we're in a show together and we're in the same household. So learning how to be patient, and how to leave what's going on, in the play there. Also, I was a hairstylist, and it just reminds me of so much how I used to sit in the shop and hear some of the women that was getting their hair done go through things that I wasn't going through at that time. So I'm learning just by seeing emotions, seeing people act out stuff and doing things. You may not go through something in that moment, but everybody have experienced something in Mama B's play. So I'm learning not to be judgmental or learning not to say, well, I wouldn't do that because you never know until you're in that situation.
That's right. That's right. Now, Jamira, when the final line is spoken and the last crow is set, what do you hope the audience carries home in their spirit? Not just what they saw, but what they felt and what they remembered and what they might finally release when they see Mama B's press and curl. And everybody
Um,
else, think about it. Think about it. I know that's a lot. Do I need to repeat that again?
no, I got it. Yeah. I would say probably the importance of community. I feel like a lot of what we went through in the play was only able to develop because everybody knew somebody who knew somebody that carried the conversation. And I think if we don't have community and aren't able to have those open discussions and have things come to light, a lot of things get swept under the rug, especially I think in just like the Black community in general. So I think being able to have a strong community, they'll see how important that is to get those conversations started.
I love that. Watisa, would you like to answer?
Oh, no. No, I think I done said enough.
Okay, that's fine. Anybody else? You want to take a stab at it?
I'll take a stab.
Sure.
I'll give one word from the
Okay.
beginning and towards the end of the play. The word codification, staying on code, meaning staying on code.
Okay, love that. So not code switching.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes,
Forgiveness.
what I would like the audience to take
I'm
from this.
sorry. It just seems like we always talk at the same time. Go ahead, Aaron.
What I would like the audience to take from this is the art of forgiveness.
Right.
And we both were saying the same thing,
Yeah,
forgiveness.
of course, you was gonna say you were saying the same thing I
But
said.
I
You knew
did.
that. Oh my
Okay, did
God.
anybody hear me say forgiveness?
I was saying it too, so let's go on and squash that.
No,
I'm just saying, did
y'all
anybody
always
hear
think
me
y'all want to
say
say the
it?
same thing I said because I said it.
Hold on, hold
You
on.
see that?
Hold
Everybody just want to
on.
be like
Because
Foster.
he just
Everybody
think I
want to be
want
like
to be
Foster all the
him.
time.
Family and forgiveness.
Thank you.
Family and
But
forgiveness.
I just want to know, did anybody hear me say forgiveness before he started talking?
I heard you, sweetie.
Look, our
Thank
name is
you.
That
Ben.
got to
We're
be
not
our
in it.
evil.
Oh, boy, of course you're gonna get them to say it because everybody want to go against Foster. That's all good. It's all love. It's
No, we're
all
not
love.
going against Foster.
You.
I
So
got your
I
back, Foster.
All right, Lashika, let's go. What do you think? What should the audience
um
take
Is
away?
that Jerome? Be quiet, Pete. Jerome.
so I think as well what everyone else was said, forgiveness, patient, family, love, and just to accept that person for who they are, right? And
Hmm.
learn to show accountability.
I love that.
Good one.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, Sandy or Stephanie, any one of you want to speak to that? What do you feel like you want the audience to leave with, and how should they feel?
That we all have skeletons in our closet and things happen within family, and family is not just blood. And just the whole overall thing, being able to forgive and move on. And of course, keep an eye on any pedophile. Facts.
Love that. Miss Sandy?
Well, from beginning to end, it starts out showing people's personalities and characters. It builds to have people taking sides, and some of them are accusing, some of them are shaking their head, some of them, I can't believe this happened. And then when it gets to the end, there's a reality check that everybody has done or said something wrong that they need forgiveness for. And like I said, Mama B is a no nonsense type of person, and she brings it all to a head and gets everybody to take a really good look at themselves. And then there's repentance and there's the attempt of forgiveness. You can forgive, say you forgive, and be fake and phony. But if you try, that's all that's really expected of you. At least try. And then the rest will probably come with the Lord's help.
I love that. So thank you very much. So, Jamira, is there anything else that you are doing outside? I know that you stated that this is your first, right? You've just tiptoeing inside of this, and we know that you're going to blow this out of the park. So, would you like to share any of your handles if you're doing any upcoming work after Mama B's Press and Curl?
Yeah, so you can find me on everywhere is Jimmy P, so JIMIP underscore. I'm doing a bunch of short films right now that I'm excited to be released, but right now, Mama B's is my main focus.
Love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Love that. Watisa, do you have any additional work that you're doing or anything you would like to share, your handles?
No, I'm sorry. Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at Amazon QAMAZONQUE underscore. I'm doing a lot of runway print modeling, and I'm breaking into acting. I've done a music video, and Mama Bees will be my first stage play, and I was just selected to do another one. So, yeah, I'm trying to stay pretty busy.
Love
And if
that.
anybody wants to book me for a one-way show, I'm 6'1", 169 pounds, and I'm ready to work.
All right, way to go. All right, Jerome.
So if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram at T A Harris 1100 or at T underscore Harris 1100. And that last one is a business I just started called Todd's Cops and Props. And that is where I have my own prop company and wardrobe that I supply for production companies for like their actors and law enforcement and first responders and things like that. And if anybody need my services out there, I'll be happy to come and rent my uniforms and wardrobe and props out to you.
Love that. Thank you for your
Thank
service. All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Miss Johnson, tell us, Miss Sweetie, tell us about that. Anything you want to share?
Yes. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, all the same. Rosalind D. Johnson, Rossalyn D. Johnson. And I do have an upcoming play that I'm in called Dalmatian with Russell Tyson, which is um, October the 2nd. We have two shows. And also, if you're booking for movies, I just got booked for a film that I'm in as well. Of course, I can't say that right now in the name of the show, but if you are looking for an actress, I act, model, and sing. Um, I am also, I'm 5'3" and I weigh 150. So I'm the girl if you need me. And if you want to see anything that I've done, I'm on some films on Tubi. One is Gerald Hand, Amazon Prime, and just a lot of films. I'm in a lot of stuff. If you Google Rosalind Patterson, my music name is Rosalind Smith on Instagram. You'll be on. I'm sorry, YouTube. You'll be able to see two of my music videos. And then you'll be able to see. It'll tell you actually my IMDb page is Rosalind Patterson. If you pull that up, it'll show you films that I've already been in.
Love that. And we'll take a listen to you to hear if we want to air some of your music on Hindsight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mark, what's going on with you?
Okay. Well, I'm constant. I do have a few offers that I'm in negotiation with, and I have to be stealth with it. I can't talk about it now, but I am for hire. You can look me up on Instagram at Young Mark G. And if you're looking for an actor that's, can, give you some quality work, because I am a veteran and I'm serious about the craft, look me up.
Good stuff. Lashika?
Yes, so you can reach me at IG at Daughter of a King 38. I have Facebook, which is my name, Lashika Jackson Greer, and TikTok is Shika GATL 404. I'm also my upcoming play, which is What a Woman Want and a Man Needs to Know, which is the day before Mama B's Present Girl. The director Orlando Anderson, which we have two shows at Sanford Porter, one at 1 p.m. and one at 6 p.m.
7 p.m.
The one that, yes, and then the one that you are in as well. Also, I have a short film on YouTube, and as well, I'm in the mix of doing another short film and a movie.
Love that. Foster, aka.
I'm sorry. Can
Yes,
I?
yes, yes.
Oh, well, Foster, since you're calling him, he can add it. I forgot to add about our acting school, but I'll let him go ahead and do that. Coaching
Okay.
school.
No, no, go ahead. You can say what you're going to say.
We also have an acting school, JNR Elite, which we do acting coach, teach on monologues, singing, just different things and how stage presentations. So um we do a lot of that. We have two different, he's actually coaching for someone, and I'm actually teaching, doing a workshop for a school. So I just wanted to throw that out there also. And the acting page is JNR Elite. You can Google that as well, and you'll see some of the graduations and the students that already graduated.
All right. Well, let's get you back on Hindsight on another date and have a conversation about that. Sounds good?
Absolutely, thank you.
All right. Foster, aka Hoochie Coochie Man.
All right. So you guys can find me. The easiest way to find me is on Instagram. You guys can just type in official Showtime, There's no crazy way to spell it, no underscores, no hyphens, no nothing. Just so simply official Showtime. And you can follow me on there, and you can definitely find my Facebook handle from off of there. Far as the acting goes, I'm in a film on Tubi. Actually, the biggest right now is one of the it is the biggest thriller slash suspense movie on Tubi right now. It's called The Creep Part Two. You guys can go check that out if you haven't seen it. I'm also on another film on Tubi that's pretty good. It's called Do It for the Gram. So you guys go check those two films out. I'm filming a movie right now. The next movie that'll be coming out this year is called Ruthless Atonement. Great action movie. You'll see me in a whole different light from this character here. It'll be coming out soon. Ruthless Atonement. Y'all be checking for that. Also, I have a stage play that's coming up in Macon, Georgia, for you guys that's out there in Macon, Georgia. It's actually a day before this play, on September 20th. So y'all make sure y'all come out there if you out there in Macon, come check it out. It's called Angel's Palace. You guys can look me up on Instagram. I can give you the handles for the tickets. I'm filming another movie right now called Two Preachers on a Mission, where I co-star with my homie Mike Bend. It's a great comedy with a great message. Two Preachers on a Mission. Y'all be checking out for that coming soon. My wife already told you about the school that her and I have, so you guys can check for that as well if you need acting classes. And I also have music on YouTube. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you guys. So, Sandy, if you will share the date, the time, and the location and where tickets can be purchased for Mama B's Press and Curl.
All right, it's going to be Sunday, September 21st at 6 o'clock. And it's going to be at the Encore Film and Music Studio. The address is 4523 Fulton Industrial Boulevard, Southwest. That's in Atlanta, 30336. And we'll have the link to buy tickets where this interview was also posted on YouTube.
Absolutely. So, whew, from curl to legacy, if these walls could talk, they'd sound just like this cast: bold, brilliant, and full of truth. Mama B's Press and Curl isn't just a play, it's a sacred space where healing happens between hot combs and heart to hearts. Before we sign off, I want to send a heartfelt thank you to this amazing cast for pressing into the real, curling around the complex and leaving us laid with laughter and legacy. You heard it here. I mean, look at the spat that was going on. That's real and raw, right? So you have to come get those seats so you can see more. Your presence, cast, reminds us that great theater begins with and before the curtains rise. It starts with bold voices, layered characters, and artistry, willing to show up and share. And you did all of that tonight. So from the mic to the stage, we see you. Cast, we celebrate you, and we can't wait to witness the magic you are about to bring because we know it's going to be real, raw, and amazing. So, Mama B's Press and Curl cast members, keep your story strong and your edges sharp and your gossip good with natured. Listeners, thank you to every heart that tuned in this evening. Thank you for letting us be a part of your rhythm, your reflections, and your ride home or your quiet moment of pause. May your days be filled with purpose, your nights with peace, and your spirit with the kind of joy that lingers long after the music fades. Keep showing up, keep loving loud, and keep building the kind of legacy that echoes behind and beyond the airwaves. We'll be right back and we'll be here ready to tune in. Until then, be bold, be kind, and be unapologetically you. This is Hindsight Media Radio 103.5 FM, where there's always something good to talk about. Visit our website at www.hindsightmediaradio.com. Again, Cass, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.